video, I'm going to talk about rewriting equations of lines from standard form to slope-intercept form. So in previous videos, I've talked about the different forms of lines, and I talked specifically about standard form and slope-intercept form. Standard form, it has its uses. It's nice in some cases, but if you're wanting to quickly graph looking at an equation in standard form, there's ways to get there, but I can't just look at it and immediately say, hey, here's our slope, here's our y-intercept, let's go. So oftentimes what people may do is they may switch from standard form, which they're not comfortable with, to slope-intercept form because people are much, much more comfortable with slope-intercept form. So reminder, slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. Y equals mx plus b. So we're trying to change this to look a little bit more like that, which is slope-intercept form. So if you're looking at it, the characteristics that we have over here is the y is by itself. So we need to move everything away from the y and get it on the right side of the equal sign, and we should be good to go. So what I'm going to do is I need to move all the pieces away from that y to the other side, get it by itself, and we should have something that resembles slope-intercept form. So when I look at the pieces here, I have a 5x plus 7 times y equals 21. So if I'm trying to rewrite things in a slope-intercept form and get y by itself, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to figure out what exactly do I move first? I know I got to get rid of this 5x. I know I got to get rid of the 7. So what do I get rid of first? To figure out what to get rid of first, whether it's the 7 or the 5, you're doing the order of operations backwards. PEMDAS backwards, okay? So if you're trying to isolate or get a variable by itself and you're stuck on, all right, I really, really want this y by itself, but what do I get rid of first, second, third, fourth, fifth? Order of operations, PEMDAS, is your key. You're going to work that backwards, okay? Anything that is added or subtracted on to whatever you're trying to isolate, that's going to go first. Anything that's multiplied or divide to the variable you're trying to isolate, that goes second. And then you're going to get rid of any exponents attached to whatever you're trying to isolate. And then if there's parentheses, you're going to work inside there last, okay? I have a lot of videos that talk about solving, so hopefully you kind of have this skill already, but just a quick glazing over. So this 5x is added on where the 7 is being multiplied. So I'm going to get rid of the addition piece first, and then I'll work on that multiplication piece. So I need to move this 5x, which is added on, first. So the opposite of a positive 5x is a minus 5x. I'm moving that 5x from the left to the right side. So for the sake of trying to make this look as much like slope-intercept form as possible, I'm going to leave the x piece in the front and anything without an x attached to it in the back. So this minus 5x is in the front, this 21 is in the back. Notice I did not try and do 21 minus 5, any sort of combining here, because this has an x, that doesn't. They are not like terms. So I moved the addition piece to the other side. So we're on our way to getting that y by itself. We're isolating that y. The next thing I need to do is I need to get rid of this 7. That 7 is being multiplied there. That is 7 times y. To get rid of multiplication, we're going to use division. I'm going to divide by 7. But here's the key, and here's a common mistake here. We need to divide everything on that right side by 7. Some people only divide the 21. No, everything gets divided by 7. I divided the entire left side by 7. I'm going to divide the entire right side by 7. When we do that, multiplying and dividing by 7, those are inverses, they're gone. So I got my y by itself, which is what we want in slope-intercept form. Just got to make sure I clean up the rest of this here. So I'm looking at this negative 5x divided by 7, and that is a fraction there with a negative 5 on top and a 7 on bottom. I would look to try and reduce or actually do that division. There's nothing we can do there. So I'm going to leave the negative 5 on top, the 7 on the bottom. The x, you're still just hanging out. Okay, there's nothing we can do there. I also need to take this 21 divided by 7. So that is a fraction of 21 over 7. 21 divided by 7 is 3. Okay, so if I compare here, I do have my y by itself and everything else on the right side. This is slope-intercept form. So these equations, they're going to graph the exact same line. They just look different in the appearance of them. Okay, the equation's appearance looks different. They're the exact same thing. They will both produce the exact same line. So this is y equals negative 5 over 7x plus 3. So you can quickly look at it and say, slope is negative 5 over 7, y-intercept is 3. And that is rewriting equations of lines from standard form to slope-intercept form.